A year ago, the developers killed Mind Blast, and a couple days ago, they killed Divine Spirit. So, from what I can tell, the intention is that Priest no longer has a win condition. They just try really hard to not die, and they steal their opponent's cards to try to win with those. So, this is my attempt at this archetype of Priest. Some of the new stuff we're playing is Natalie Celine, Shadowward Rune, Psychic Conjurer, and Scarlet Subjugator. Along with the Scarlet Subjugator, I'm also playing a Quicksand Elemental. Those pair with Cabal Shadow Priest and the newly buffed Shadow Madness. For other buffed cards, I'm also playing 2 copies of Holy Nova, 2 copies of Thoughtsteal, and a copy of Holy Smite, which I'm not sure if that's actually a buff, but in this deck it's probably a buff. Other than that, we have lots of ways to make resources, most notably the big man himself, Galakrond the Unspeakable. Got a handful of invoke cards, although we don't really care that much about invoking Galakrond. We've also got Madame Lazul and her Envoy to make some more resources. Penance is a fine removal card. 2 copies of Mass Hysteria. Feels a little weird playing 2 copies of Mass Hysteria when we just got Shadowward Rune. But I think with Hunters playing all their little mid-rangey things, I think Mass Hysteria is a better card right now. Shadowward Rune should be quite good going forward, though. And then finally just a couple decent healy things with Waterbearer plus Ziliax. So far I'm 7-7 with this deck, which is not too bad for a first draft. I'm playing some pretty whack stuff like the Quicksand Elemental. But 7-7 itself is not bad. Don't care about Galakrond against Hunter. Why am I playing against a rank 3? I'm used to playing against rank 2s and I've actually been winning games. Anyway, keep the Wonder up for sure. Mass Hysteria, yeah, I guess is probably a keep. Shadow Madness is probably good in this matchup as well. Melios is kind of cute. Well, if I find Corrosive Breath, I know it's in his hand. He would have coined Fairy Dragon, right? Nice. I had a good read on not Fairy Dragon, and between the other two, I just felt like Feywing would be better for me. And it happened to be the hit. Oh, I see.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
Probably want a Primordial Explorer. Maybe Deadly Shot's fine. The Deadly Shot tells me that he's Highlander, right? Still think I like the Primordial Explorer. I think I'm just trading and playing a Feywing here. Shadow Madness killed both. But it wasted a mana. And I think just developing this 5-4 that trades pretty well is fine here. He's probably pretty likely to play one of these himself, and then I can Shadow Madness it and trade my 1-2 in as well. Phase Stalker, sure. So what's his hand? It's a Deadly Shot, a Feywing, and a random dragon. That's what I know.
What is Elun's will?
I don't really want my guy to get frozen. Alright, sure. Snakes, of course. Sending 5 damage into a 1/1 kind of sucks. But I'm not the one that's going to be pushing for lethal this game.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
That's pretty decent. I actually have the dragons to support it as well, courtesy of his deck. There's that Feywing finally. Oh, I can use this to target minions with my hero power. So sick. Let's just heal here. 5/5 contests is 5/4 pretty well.
By moon and spear!
Alright, so the random dragon is a big ol' whelp. I believe. I think I'm just playing Mass Hysteria here. Nice. I don't want to play a 1/3, do I?
I will hunt you down.
It's got a 5/5 and a 1/3. I don't think I want to play it.
Nothing but a bunch of big bears.
Well, that was not the right thing to play because now I still have info on a Dwarven Sharpshooter in his hand. Time Rip, this guy seems fine. Maybe I miss my hero power so that I can Primordial Explorer and hit with the weapon. He's played 2 Corrosive Breaths and there's no Leroy anymore. So I'm probably at a reasonably safe life total. Alexstrasza. Probably just want the removal. Grand Mummy's a fine card because it's easy to play. Oh, he's actually not Highlander. I made that read early on because of the Deadly Shot, but he's played 2 Corrosive Breaths and 2 Dwarven Sharpshooters. Deadly Shot's not normal in that deck, is it? Am I crazy?
I wonder. Nothing but a bunch of big bears.
Alright, Chameleos, give me the info. A Fairy Dragon? Oh, freaking combos, dude. I don't really want a Fairy Dragon, though. But this might be my last chance to steal something.
What is Elun's
Your
will?
head isn't as empty as it looks.
I I am dead to 5 damage here, but I think it's quite hard for him to have 5. If he Reckless Rocketeers me, I guess he's got it. I will probably try to play the Penance this turn, though. Or maybe even the Galakrond. He's just going face. I can Galakrond, push 12. Holy Smite doesn't go face anymore, neither does Holy Nova. This seems fine. I wonder if his Cobalt Spellkin could do anything dirty. It could hit, like, the Twin Spell thing. So I'm 2 off lethal here. I probably can't even Thought Steal into lethal, since he's played 2 Corrosive Breaths. But Thought Steal might be the play here anyway. Actually, let's play this Cobalt Spellkin. Maybe we can hit like Radiance or something. Oh. Well, I'm gonna guess that my opponent concedes here. Yep. Thanks for the Cobalt Spellkin, buddy.
Randa versus Anduin.
Another priest, huh?
Alone give me strength.
My experience so far is that my deck wins in the Priest Mirror. I think I mulligan everything for Galakrond. It's the most important card in the deck. But yeah, the 2 priests I've played against were both playing Albatross, and they both got fatigued, so I think I'm happy that I don't play the bird in this matchup. This is not a good hand. Like I don't know. I mean, like Shadow Word Rune is good against a Katrina Muerte turn, I guess. But it doesn't have that many targets on his deck. Triple board clear is not the hand you want on turn 2.
Not quite what was
He forgot to heal. Or did he? Is he trying to bait me into a quest? I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy. Generally, it's nice to save Kronks for after the Galakrond, but I think I probably just play Kronks here since Galakrond is nowhere in sight. Like, drawing cards is bad, and missing out on the value of this is bad. But getting Galakrond down potentially like 10 turns early is what's important. And if he is an Albatross build, then drawing cards actually doesn't matter. So instead of playing Galakrond here, I do have the Time Rip. So I could hold the Galakrond and get an extra kill out of it. Okay. But then what if he just doesn't play into it? Like, I could hold it and wait until he has like 10 cards and he's forced to play into it. But then I'm also missing value out of the hero power. Killing an extra thing might be worth missing some hero powers, though.
What is a loon's will?
High Priest Amit. This is a whenever effect, so I can evolve it and still get a 1/7 lackey. I don't know if that's good, but I could do it. Alright, well, I guess I'm just playing Galakrond here. And then we'll put a thing in play. I'm actually already feeling pretty good about this game. I've got my Galakrond in play, I've got some board clears, I got another board clear that's really good. Yeah, just a good situation to be in. Probably just throw out the Shadow Word Rune here. I could Shadow Madness. I mean, I can just Shadow Madness and evolve this, but I'd probably rather steal like another Convincing Infiltrator so he can't res it. Oh wait, no, I want him to not res this, actually. Alright, so I guess it's Shadow Word Rune. I guess I want a rune before I evolve it anyway. Because I could evolve it into something that dies to the rune. I did miss my hero power here, but I think each of those was a pretty relevant kill. I could have just not evolved it, I guess. Could have just traded it off and hero powered. Two Katrina Muertes. This is a pretty good Cabal Shadow Priest, but I need to deal with these Katrinas. So what if I kill this and then Mass Hysteria? These are not likely to both die. Although, I could guarantee it pretty much with Holy Smite. Alright, I think I do like trading into this. Okay, that's a clear. So we're gonna use the hero power, of course. We'll just throw this guy out. Hopefully I don't hit the coin. I don't know. Breath of the Infinite? Sure. I didn't really have a good read there. I was pretty sure it wasn't Galakrond because I think he would have played it. But between the other two, I just picked the one that I would rather get since I didn't really have a read on which one. Another Envoy. So I know of his 7 cards, he has a Coin and a Breath of the Infinite. Neither of those I really want to hit with the Envoy. So like, maybe I could wait to play it? I don't know if holding the Envoy is good or not. Shadow or Death is another card that I would not have wanted to steal. Is this card good for me? It's bad for Natalie. Whatever on those. Lady in White's just not good. It does like nothing to almost all of my minions, but then it makes my Natalie Celine way worse.
I see a dark future.
Whatever, I'm probably gonna miss on this anyway. Well, I know it's Breath of the Infinite. Do I want Breath of the Infinite or a card off the top of my deck? Breath is pretty good against Cloning Gallery, I guess. I mean, I do have the Mass Hysteria. I don't know. I think taking the Breath was fine here. I'm gonna Cabal that 2/6, right?
Let me change your mind.
Forbidden Words and then kill was kinda good there, but missing the hero power sucks. I don't believe I actually play any dragons for this Breath of the Infinite, but I could generate one. Like, it's probably pretty likely that that happens eventually. And then I can go, like, Sand Dredge, Breath of the Infinite, Forbidden Words, and get some 1/1s or something. Or maybe I'm just throwing out the Sand Dredge here.
Team spirit be the best spirits.
This timeline.
That's fine to throw away. It was a dragon for my Breath of the Infinite, but I don't really care about that synergy now. Okay. Maybe I respond by just throwing out a Mass Resurrection here. I don't have a particularly good Mass Resurrection, but it never really gets good. It's just not that good of a card in my deck. And honestly, right now is probably about as good as it gets, because I still have like 5 1-drops that I could draw into. I've got some Bloodfin Raptors. Seems pretty fine to play it here. 2 Katrinas is not what I wanted to see. I could send all of my stuff into these, and then I would have 2 kind of small things against 2 Katrinas. If my guys bump, these both die. If his guys bump, they both die. It looks pretty likely that a Mass Hysteria would kill here. I guess I also have like a Natalie Celine. I can play Natalie Celine plus Penance. I guess that's probably the play. I'm not trying to fuck around with these Katrinas. Like, if I do leave them up for too long, I do have this Plague of Death. But I don't want to be forced to use the Plague of Death. Okay. Just trying to bird me. But I don't think that's a winning strategy. Although, I mean, I've had the Galakrond out so much longer than he's had his, that maybe just like going for this tempo play is the way to go.
By blood be born again.
I think I like just killing one, and then you can play this Water Bearer. Sure. Looks like a good turn to use my Breath of the Infinite. Yeah, lots of albatrosses in my deck, I know. Oh, Katrina Muerte. I miss out on the battle cry of the Temple Enforcer. But nothing I played here was really that good. And plus it puts a 5/6 in my Katrina pool. I think I am playing Katrina this turn. Well, he did find his Galakrond, obviously, but now I'm just winning fatigue so hard that I don't think it matters. Is a random card better than my deck? I would like Thoughtsteal or Madame Lazul. I think otherwise a random priest card is better than my deck. I think I have 11 albatrosses, maybe 10. Pretty bad hit off the Katrina, obviously. More birds. Okay. So I can bump Kobold Blackie, Hero Power, and then get one of these 6s out of my hand, I guess. That's a pretty good minion. Whenever a friendly minion is healed, summon a 3/3.
At last, immortality.
Maybe I can... Well, I don't know. I guess I'm never likely to... Like, I can't damage this and then go Matriarch plus Holy Nova. It was probably better to just play the Matriarch here over the 6+1.
Lost can be found again.
I don't have anything that could target this other than Forbidden Words, which is not a real play. So let's just see what this does. Lady in White. I guess I'll just play a Lady in White. I think it's slightly... It's like slightly good for my deck, but it doesn't really matter at all.
Your head isn't as empty as it looks.
It's gotta be Zarek, right? Because it's 2 cards in his deck and 1 card in his hand. And there's no way that Zarek is in his deck, so it's gotta be in his hand. It's gotta be one of the cards he randomly generated. I'm not really sure what my opponent's hoping for at this point. I mean, he's just trying to outgenerate me. But, like, I have 2 board clears, I've got single target removals, Iliacs. I mean, that's strong, sure. But what I was getting at is, the actual cards left in his deck are all trash. He has, like, Cloning Gallery, which is not playable. He has maybe, like, 3 board clears. Just not useful stuff. So I can go like 6 in here, 3 in here, Holy Nova. What do I do with the Holy Nova? Hero Power and be sad? Maybe this is a turn to just dump some cards. Not sure if I'll ever have another target for that. I don't think there's really any point in trying to take some sort of aggressive line here, where I just let the Ziliax tank the Murazond. I just win this game by going to Fatigue.
This timeline amuses me.
Good old Albatross. I don't think I really care that much about this thing. Like, trying to kill it so it doesn't get the death rattle. So I finally get this Matriarch in play. Maybe next turn I can, like, bump into his thing in Holy Nova.
The future is clear.
I don't think that deck plays any actual dragons, so he would have to generate the dragon for this Chrono Breaker. As far as Madame Lazul goes here, there's really nothing good he can get. I mean, that was probably the best, but, like, sure. We'll go ahead and kill this, I guess, in case he has a dragon. Oh, he does have a dragon. Interesting.
What was lost can be found again.
Whoa, test subject. That does literally nothing. Oh, I could cast Forbidden Words on my test subject. And then I get my Forbidden Words back. So sick. I mean, that might actually be a play if I go for a Mass Hysteria at some point. Because the 0-2 is just kind of in the way. Kills my 1-1 because it kills this thing. I don't think this is a Plague of Death. Maybe it is, though, since I've seen 2 Mass Resurrections already. Wait, why are these 1-1s? Oh. The Angelic Fortitude. I see. Let's just play 1 Holy Nova here, I guess. I was thinking about ways to play like both of them, but it just doesn't really make any sense.
Hush now.
I don't think I care about the healing out of this. I'm at 30. He's out of stuff. Just get the spider tank down. We're test subject buddies. Oh, let's click the hero power as we do every turn. Sure.
I see a dark future.
So he has 4 cards from his deck remaining. It's probably 2 Plague, 1 Mass Hysteria, and 1 Cloning Gallery. Maybe not a Mass Hysteria. Maybe that's too many board clears. But basically it's 4 cards that I don't care about. Cabal Shadow Priest. I was planning to bump Holy Nova here. Cabal stealing at 2/7 is pretty good though. Oh no, I guess I could even steal the Karta Defender. Is that good though? Maybe I do just Holy Nova here. I don't know, this thing's kind of scary when he's just trying to randomly generate a victory.
Let me change your mind.
I don't know, maybe this turn wasn't right. Maybe I could have gone like Holy Nova and then just Forbidden Words as 2/7. This isn't good, right? He gets a 4/5 and a 1/1.
Let me change your mind.
This might be good enough to get a board clear out of me, though. Maybe not. Picked up an Ahmet of my own. I think I'm just gonna shoot the big man. That's pretty scary. This is why we held the board clear. So at this point I'm pretty convinced that his hand is completely useless. So I think Plague is fine. Like maybe Mass Hysteria would be fine, but I don't want to risk it. Yeah, so that game was just not ever close. Like 20 minutes long and I was winning the entire time.
Our heroes can't fly.